So this right here is South America, and if we zoom in this area just off the coast, what are these? Oh my goodness, these islands! These are the Galapagos Islands. Galapagos. You probably heard of these islands. They're famous for like biodiversity and whatever, like turtles that live to 800 billion years old. But what I find more fascinating is the civil layout of these islands. First of all, it's a volcanic archipelago of over 100 islands, about 18 main ones, but only 5 are inhabited, these ones right here. The island with the largest population is this one, Santa Cruz, which has Puerto Ayora, the largest city, at about 18,000 people. The problem is they don't have a deep water port, so people have to fly here. But the nearest airport is right here on Baltra Island, so they have to go to this small island right above their main island, and they have to take a little ferry between the two islands to get there, and then they have to take this long road all the way across on the other opposite side of the island to get to Puerto Ayora. It takes like 2 hours to do the whole thing. You know, on the surface you would probably think, okay, why does the largest town not just build an airport right next to them? Look, they have some space like right here. Why do they have to depend on that airport that's like 45 kilometers, 28 miles away, all the way up in the north on a separate island? Well, there's many reasons, but for one, the Ecuadorian government really does not want to f up the ecosystem. 200 years ago, pirates used to use these islands, and they brought over like rats and goats that ate all the plants, and it messed things up already. And building a new airport would just cause a lot more ecological problems. Plus, they just don't want to induce a lot more over-tourism. Plus, Baltra Island already had an airport that was built by the Americans in World War II, and the area is a lot more flat and arid, so there's less species that could be disturbed by building an airport. So they were just like, let's just repurpose it since it's already there. Also, despite being the largest town, Puerto Ayora is not the capital. The capital is actually on this island, San Cristobal, to the east. Puerto Baquero Moreno, which only has about 7,000 people, and yes, they do have their own airport right next to the town. The largest and most fascinating island, though, this one, Isabela, only has about 3,000 people, and the majority of them live in just one little town right here. It's called Puerto Viami, which means the city of 1,000 people. This place also has some of the most fascinating landscapes, like the tunnels, which are these like eroded lava field columns and arches and caves, which have their own endemic ecosystems. And this island is insane because it's made up of like 5 huge, massive volcanoes that are almost impossible to access because there's no main roads or paths that go up to them. You have to like sail to the coast closest to them and then like good luck hike up to it. And yes, many of them are still volcanically active, like the highest one, Volcan Wolf, which erupted like in the past few years. I think Charles Darwin said it best when he came here. He said, and I quote, "Girl, for reals, if y'all do be up in this bitch, y'all needs to be caref, or whatever, something like that. I'm paraphrasing. So there you go, the Galapagos, Ecuador's Hawaii. A lot of crazy cool stuff going on here. Cheers!